Santaland, one of Denville's most cherished holiday traditions. Created and supported by the Denville Rotary Club, it has had a wonderful and iconic history in our community. Established in 1960, it was the brainchild of then Rotary President Ralph Ford, a family man who adored children and wanted to create something truly special and unique for the kids of all ages in Denville. Santaland sits on a half-acre of property that runs adjacent to Clark Street, across from the post office and behind Chase Bank on Diamond Spring Road. It's a wonderful, peaceful spot where memories with loved ones are made year after year. Just prior to the yearly tree lighting ceremony, I wanted to explore what makes Santaland such a festive delight. I had a chance to meet with Andy Smith, chairman of Santaland for the Denville Rotary Club, who walked me around and filled me in on some interesting facts and history about this very iconic and special place.
So, Andy, after the Christmas season, what happens here at Santaland?
Well, actually, the park remains open all year as a park, but all the buildings get buttoned up, and if you drove by, it looks cute, but it doesn't look like Santaland at all. Our volunteers come, we remove all these exterior signs and lights and everything, and it all gets stored in the building over there, and we have a nice, beautiful park with benches, and people eat their lunches here.
So how many people are involved volunteer-wise on upkeeping Santaland?
So Santaland, we have about 42 Rotary members. We have a lot of extra people, family members, friends of the Rotary who come by, and during the course of Santaland, I would say about 140 people get involved. Some come and sit an hour with Santa. Some put in many, many, many hours to create this, and actually before we ever open, tens and hundreds of hours are spent putting this together.
Wow, that's good to know. I'd like to also ask you about Santas. How do you get your Santas?
Well, we've had 2 Santas over the last 20 years. We traditionally had one, and until the pandemic, we were here every year. And a few years ago, he had gotten sick towards the end of the season, and we were closed a number of days. And we put out a call to the community. Would somebody step forward to help us be Santa? And one of the local high school teachers, Mr. Higgins, came forward, and he became first our backup Santa, and now he's our main Santa this year, and both of them do a great job with the children.
Excellent. Can you tell me anything about the history of your Christmas tree?
So our Christmas tree, which looks very nice here, when I first began as chairperson, it wasn't a great tree, and we had all kinds of trouble getting it to grow, and we would trim it each year, and finally we replaced it, and in the last number of years it has grown so big that we no longer can climb a ladder to put the lights on, and the DPW in town helps us out by bringing a big truck and hooking up the lights. We have about 4,000 lights on that tree, and then we also have the star on top, which is another couple hundred.
Excellent. So actually, after the holidays, you don't use this for any other holidays. It's not used for Easter or Halloween. Is there been any discussion about anything like that?
Many years ago, we used to bring the Easter Bunny in. Other functions are done in town now for Easter, so it's just a nice park for people to come. We do leave the wooden train up all year long, and kids do play on that all year long.
What's involved in the yearly upkeep and maintenance of the Santaland?
Well, you can ask my wife if this is not a monthly project. This is a yearly project. And so starting, in January, we'll take everything down, and then we'll have a couple months with not a lot of action here with the cold weather. But then throughout the year, there's painting, there's replacing boards on the buildings, there's upkeeping the electrical units. It's really many months in the process to prepare it.
So, actually, I always wanted to know, owns the land that this sits on? Was this actually at one time part of the bank or something?
Yes. The bank generously long-term loans us the land.
Okay. So how is Santaland actually funded?
So Santaland is presented to the public as a service of the Rotary. We do accept donations, and the Rotary funds running Santaland, but it is free to enter and enjoy and meet Santa and everything else.
Very nice, very good.
Santa's house, the heart of Santaland. Can you envision just how many kids in over 6 years have walked through these doors to tell Santa their fondest wishes for Christmas? Imagine only if these walls could talk. Andy took me inside to show me Santa's house. I was really taken back how absolutely cozy and welcoming it was. The Denville Rotary did a fantastic job with all the decorating. No detail was spared in creating a warm holiday venue for Santa to see the kids. There's Santa's cap, all ready for him. The man has a portrait of himself over the fireplace. What, no Frosty or Rudolph portraits at the Hobby Lobby? Nothing like warming up by the glow of a Samsung LED. The Christmas tree was full of decorations and would rival the tree at Rockefeller Center.
So this Santa's mailbox is actually functional. Anyone who leaves a message for Santa and has a return address actually will get a letter back from Santa.
Oh, that's nice.
And actually anyone who mails Santa or the North Pole or anything like that through the Denville post office across the street, as long as there's a return address, they will also get a letter from us, or from Santa, I should say.
I can actually put a letter in here from Santa.
Yes, you can.
Now, this building here is what?
So this is where the elves make the toys, and this was the first building that ever was on Santaland back in 1961 or so. And a few years ago, as part of a silver project from the Girl Scouts, the interior of this building was redone by them. They also, I'll show you in a moment, we have a Three Bears house that they created also as part of the Silver Award. And a different time as part of the Gold Award, they redid the inside of Santa's house.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Yes.
Is there anything specific about the toys in this? Are they just random, or is there something about them?
They're mostly just collected over the years, and there are a few that have come from our members, and they were like treasured items at home that they brought, but they are just a random.
That's very nice. And you said the elves were these are actually mechanical elves that used to work?
Yes, these elves, for years, actually, the saw would move and everything would move. We're trying to get them to move again.
Okay. So, Andy, tell me about this gingerbread house.
So this gingerbread house originally was a float in the parade in town, and it was offered to us to come to Santaland. And the two questions that became were, could we make it secure, could we make it safe? And the Rotarians worked hours and hours and hours and created what you see here. The Christmas tree on top actually spins at night, and the windows come alive, I think you've seen with the old Christmas movies at night.
How do you have those? I was wondering, those video screens or projections?
Yes.
Or what having there?
Yeah, those are 4 video projectors on the inside that show different TV shows and movies from years past.
I actually saw it the other night. I actually thought that was pretty great.
Yes.
The audio comes out of it and everything. That was actually terrific.
Yes.
What you could tell me about this other house right down here? This what is it? Teddy Bear house or?
So this is the Three Bears Christmas.
Okay.
And when the Girl Scouts were doing their Silver Award, they created a house with the windows at the level for children.
Okay.
And it is the Three Bears Christmas. What's really cool about this is the 2 young ladies, the Girl Scouts who did this, who are now out of college. One's in the Air Force. They still keep in contact. They came here as kids to see Santa. And when they came to see Santa, they decided they wanted to come back someday and refurbish the interior, make it more from a kid's point of view. And when they came, they also created this building, and they did it again from a child's point of view. Oh, this sleigh here.
Yes, I knew about that.
That was someone in town had that by his house, and when his kids got older and he was looking to get rid of it, he called me and asked me, and we donations like that and like the candy cane house, we actually have to work quite a bit to make them weather resistant,
right,
child-proof, and the sleigh along with the train stay out all year.
In 2020, Santaland celebrated its 60th anniversary, 60th. Unfortunately, they wanted to plan a big celebration, but thanks to good old COVID, you know how that went. Those plans had to be scrubbed.
It's true. Andy, I want to thank you very much for taking the time today to come out and to talk to us.
My pleasure, absolutely.
And again, have a happy holiday.
Thank you.
As wonderful and beautiful as this looks, the real magic happens when the sun sets and the Christmas lights wash over Santaland. After Andy and I parted, I returned on Sunday the 27th of November for the tree lighting ceremony that kicks off the holiday season. As with every year, the place was packed with families enjoying the festive mood of the moment. The Girl Scouts entertained with carols as everyone waited for the big moment while enjoying the beautiful Christmas displays. Then the big moment had arrived.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
A week later, I stopped down to check out Santa in action and run a little errand myself. Gotta keep believing. I was very impressed how long the line was outside Santa's house, and the doors weren't even open yet. Thanks to Andy, I was able to peek in on the action as Santa dealt with his young, eager visitors. You can visit Santa weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. and weekends visits are from 1 to 6 p.m. and that's up to December 23rd. But please check the link in the Denville Rotary site just in case Santa has a slight bump in his schedule. We'd like to thank the Denville Rotary Club for this great insight into Santaland, and we'd like to thank them again for all they do in our community. The Denville Rotary Club is an amazing organization in our town, scheduling events all year long. Our Rotary needs volunteers to continue their work in our community. As their motto goes, service above self. So please consider offering some support and give back to the club that continuously gives back year after year. If you wish, you can reach out to them at the link below. If you want to see more of what's going on in Denville, hit the like and subscribe button and stay up to date with all the latest videos coming out of Denville Community Media. Also, don't forget to follow us on Facebook. For Denville Community Media, I'm Dana Foreman. Happy holidays, and we'll see you around town.